Everyone. This is my name is Mayank Sharma. So this is a final exam assignment for the course HRM 500. So let me share my screen with you guys and we'll begin with our final exam assignment. Okay. So as I told you, this is a final exam assignment for the course HRM 500, effective recruitment and selection process. So in this assignment, we have to choose two topics that we like the most in this course. Then we have to explain those topics, and afterwards we have to explain that why I chose that topic, why I like reading about the topic, and how it can be helpful for my career as a HR. So we'll begin with the presentation. So I'll move to the next slide. Okay, so the first topic I've chosen is applicant screening. So applicant screening basically means when the recruitment process is made to hire an employee for a job role, right? So after getting all the resumes and cover letters, we make a pool of candidates, the best candidates we have. So from that pool, we make an applicant screening that like we choose the best candidate from that pool who fits for the role, who is having the minimum qualification for that job. So the minimum qualification basically means that the required skills, knowledge, and abilities that are required to be fit in that role, that the minimum qualification a person or a candidate must have in order to to be the perfect person for that role. So this is what applicant screening is. So I'll move to the next slide. Okay, so why I chose this topic? So there are basically three reasons. The first reason is that since I'm a lawyer, so I have practiced in the honorable high court of Himachal Pradesh for a period of 1 year. So after my LLB, I gave several applicants, we give several, apply for different jobs at different areas and have gone through different screenings. So I remember like how I submitted my resumes, how I did my cover letters and everything and stuff. So like to be part of that particular job role. So that's why this topic really intrigued me. The other reason is that like I believe that applicant screening is really important because we are hiring a person, a candidate for a specific role who is having all the skills and abilities to to be the best person for that job. But the thing is that if that person is wrongly hired, for example, if he doesn't have those capabilities, the minimum qualification, so I believe the whole process of recruitment is a failure. It's a damage to whole of the process because we if we cannot find the best person for the suitable job, it would how it would like strongly or like directly affect the organization goals and productivity too. So I believe applicant screening is really important. And also like in today's era of development and technology, I feel that a person should have like the best resumes and the best cover letters because it's a competitive world right now. Everyone is applying for jobs, right? So one must have the best resumes and cover letters, and he should have strong references, right? Because the employer like to check your previous work also, where you have worked. They like to see your social media. So I feel like applicant screening would really helpful for me as well as helpful to other people. Like if we know about this thing, we can have like different jobs, better jobs in future. So we will not find any rejections there. So that's why I chose this topic. So I'll move to the next slide. So, okay, so how it can be helpful for my career as a HR. So as I told you, like I was a lawyer and then I went to Canada for my further studies. So here I applied for different jobs, different part-time jobs. But the thing was that I was getting rejections from all the jobs. At everywhere I was getting rejections. So the thing I found out behind this is that why I was getting rejection by going through this chapter was that I was not having the best resumes, right? I was not having the best cover letters. I wasn't even writing the cover letters. So the thing is that one must have the best cover letters, best resume in order to impress the employer. So, and another thing, when I went to this topic, I feel that a person should know about another person's nature and their psychology. as a lawyer too, I was told to, to understand like human nature and their psychology. So if I am a HR in the future, right, so I would be recruiting employees. So I should know that the who are the best employees that fit for the perfect job role. I should know how to select that employee from those whole pool, because there are several candidates like applying for that job. So I would be able to know about the best employee who is the perfect fit for that job role. So that's why it can be helpful for my career as a HR, because it would be like helping the organization as well, in which I'll be working. If I'll be hiring the best employee, I'll be like overcoming my personal goals. I would be helping the productivity of the organization to be increased, and also the organization goals should also be like reached. So this was the first topic I chose. So I'll move to the another topic. So the second topic I chose from this course is operating within the legal framework. This topic is personally really attached to me since I'm a lawyer. So I found this topic really interesting. So let's go through this topic. So there are basically two sets of legislation in Canada: federal and provincial. Federal legislation basically covers whole of the country, and provincial basically covers certain provinces. For example, province of Ontario, Nova Scotia, Quebec, and other provinces. So all these legislations provide rights to the employees against the unfair treatment by the employer. So I personally feel that every employee has certain right in an organization. They have right if their employer is not treating them right. They have right against their unfair treatment. So there are different bodies, like two bodies, which covers the employee's right. So they are basically employment law and labor law. So employment law basically covers the employees, where the labor law covers the rights of the unionized employees, right? So this is basically the overview of this operating within the legal framework. I'll move to the next slide, slide number 6. So the reason why I chose this topic. So I told you I'm a lawyer, so I was really fascinated about learning more about Canadian laws and human resource management, like in context of human resource management. So I personally feel that an employer, if I am working as a HR, like for example, I personally feel that any employer should know that what is legal and what is illegal. He should know the difference between legal and illegal. I feel that he should know where he have to restrict himself. He should know he's committing an offense, right? He must understand its consequences. So this legal framework helps the employer to understand what is wrong and what is right, in what way they are going wrong and what way they are going right. So it really helps the employer to understand this difference. Also, I feel that this topic is really interesting because an employee, every employee I feel, should know about their rights against the unfair treatment of the employer. If the rights are infringed by the employee should know about the rights they are entrusted with by the government. They should know how they can get the remedies by going to court, by filing a complaint to the HR. So employee must have the knowledge about all these things relating to the legal framework, like the remedies that are like the remedies and helpful ways that an employee can get by like unfair treatment of the employer. So this is why I chose this topic. Another, I'll move to the other slide. So how it can be helpful for my career as a HR. So if I'm a HR in future, I should know about the legal knowledge of the in context of human resource management and the employment laws. How, what is their applicability? How I can like apply them? If there is, for example, if there is any complaint made to me, how will I proceed with that complaint? How will I investigate the matter? Where should I report the matter if it is found the person is guilty? So that's why I chose this topic, like how a person can be helped in an organization. So also I would be able to help my company in various lawsuits and various other cases. For example, there are different cases against a company. If I'm having the legal knowledge about the Canadian laws, it would be really helpful for me to help my company in various lawsuits and any other cases. And also, like, I would be able to understand about the different employment legislations. For example, there is employment standard legislation. which basically set minimum standards for employees. There is human right legislation, which protects the employee against the unfair treatment of the employer. Like if there is any discrimination which is made on the basis of color, caste, creed, religion, etc. And also occupational health and safety legislation, which provide protect the employees against the unsafe work and work hazards. So this is the way it can be helpful for my career as a HR by learning these laws. So this will be my end to the presentation. Hope you liked it. Thank you.